And now the offense getting set, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And Cooks has it over the middle. 23 yards on the play. Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's complete to Cooks. That one goes for 24 yards. 2 plays, 2 catches. You have a feeling they're going to look for him early and often, and that's to be expected. You got a player of his caliber, why not?
And I think it's also a message from them to the defense that you're not going to dictate to us what we're going to do with one of our better players, because so often you hear about defenses saying we're going to take away what you do best. In this case, they're going to move him around, find proper matchups, and make sure they continue to funnel the ball to him.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. In motion left goes Jones. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And the wideout in motion. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Jones now in motion left. Now the first carry for Adrian Peterson. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. And the first 3 points of the night belong to our home team as they get the field goal on the game's initial drive.
A good, solid drive. It didn't wind up in the end zone, but that's okay. You've got something positive on the board, and you've got the early lead.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
So the D-line's going to spread out. Here's Tomlinson. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. He'll get 3 of those penalty yards back here, leaving him with a 2nd and 12.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. They stay on the ground. Tomlinson. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards gets them back to where they started, but now 3rd and 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he finds a man with a crossing route. And, oh, a good hit there and knocked down hard right around the 31. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Tomlinson. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Again, it's Tomlinson. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. So they run it on second down. Now let's see what third down brings here for the offense.
Here we go now.
The play clock's running down. Back to throw here. He will find Davis on the left side, complete. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's fourth down. Still leaves them with fourth and short. Any chance you go for it?
It's definitely in the back of my mind.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're running. Tomlinson going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He gets it to Cooks. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Let's go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Zuerlein out now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop people running the ball.
Born in South Bend, Indiana. Thought about going back to go to Notre Dame, but you're right. Great career at UCLA and now a great career in the NFL. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. The wide receiver moving to a new spot. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. That's an experienced DB picking off a rookie, and you know sometimes those experienced DBs, they love going against the young pups, don't they?
And I go back to the offseason, had a quick conversation with him about, hey, when you play younger quarterbacks, what's it like for you? And he says it's like being a boxer. I give him a lot of different...
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Myles Garrett in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Dancing to his left. The left side completion to Jones. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up second and goal. In motion left goes Jones. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third and goal.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for his second. Now they send a man in motion right. Now back to throw. Buying time to his left. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. And now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So it's an old-school extra point, but certainly a disappointment that they couldn't get 6.
Yeah, when you see 19-yard field goal in the box score, you kind of shake your head. But their head coach decided 3 was enough.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
Going for the deep ball. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked up. Hall of Famer Larry Wilson. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to let this one go deep. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one.
Let's go. Let's go.
Jones now in motion left. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Let's go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. He was trying to get it to the Hall of Famer Barry Sanders there. And it's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Jones. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now, he had a good amount of time to throw there, and at his level, he's going to pick you apart if you give him that time.
You have to increase your urgency. Whether you're blitzing, bringing extra pressure, or just your normal amount at him, you've got to get home, because if you don't, he picks up a first down.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. So we've hit intermission. Well, Larry, I know it's late there in Orlando. This is a school night. Folks eager to get right back to the action here in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate. Picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll power his way up near the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll set up a throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. And now here's a carry heading left. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On play action, they'll throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Play clock winding down. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play, as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Now look at this. 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now receiver in motion left. Going to give this time to the tailback. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. They'll look to throw here. Being chased, and they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Michael Vick taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And they will line up now for the 2-point try.
Let's go. Blue, 4 down. Check. 4 down. D2. Watch out. Have. D2.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. They're going to look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Now this offense ready to head back out there. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands right there.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. but it does get away and it's second down. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
He'll look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Time running out here on the play clock. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. A surprise.
Like the way it sounds, Frody? Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe. It's too hot, drop the top off the wagon. Lay back, fire like dragon. Man, I'm flying past Saturn. Out of here like I ain't that savage. Two. It's like I'm at the studio with Michael. You can hear me dancing on the beat. Bam, bam, about to put a mansion on the beach. 100 Latins in your lobby. That's what happens when you're around with body. And I put that with my mommy. I will never give my heart to it. If I could just make a dance that goes with this song, then I'ma be on. Basic, gon' dance to it. Basic, everywhere, gon' dance to it. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, in it. Let me breathe for a minute. Just let me breathe for a minute, man. Just let me breathe for a minute. White Range Rover, ball in it.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. A big hit. Knocked down sideways. And now the Falcons on a 1st and 10 getting ready to go on offense. And that'll set them back 5. And now again, the play clock's going to run out on him. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Foles. And his throw here's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down. Brown, maybe the best all-around wideout in the NFL, but he might have his hands full here. He's going to be staring at Darius Slay throughout this game. He better get used to it. Not an easy matchup.
He makes things difficult for receivers throughout the game. And at key moments, he lives up to his nickname. Big play Slay, because he knows how to attack the football and take it in the other direction.
14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And his first pass is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. A swing pass caught, and he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. That one goes for 24 yards. A fresh set of downs, and they're at the 1. First and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Second and goal to go now. It's the fullback taking it in.
I done came up, busting down the whole broke, it's that bad. Want your people swag, you ain't even gotta